Hello everybody, welcome back. Well, this video you're about to see is about Justin Trudeau and Morneau, which both these pigs should be thrown in jail and locked up forever. I think it's a good idea for Morneau to get fired and that skanky ass Trudeau to be, well, actually kicked right out of the government, thrown in jail for his scamming fucking ways that he's been doing. So let me know what you guys think and leave it in the comments. Thank you.
Disturbing new details emerge every day, and I know it can be difficult to follow given the tangled web the Liberals have woven. So today let's go over what we do know so far and some of the many questions that still must be answered. We know that Justin Trudeau handed almost $1 billion to a charity that has paid multiple members of his family almost $300,000. We know that since Justin Trudeau became Prime Minister, the Trudeaus have appeared at, participated in, and financially benefited from dozens of WE events. Each time they were given a platform to promote their personal brand and the Liberal Party policies. We know that WE employs a member of the Finance Minister's family and that it has close ties to the Liberal Party. We know that Minister Morneau accepted $41,000 in illegal travel expenses from WE for 2 luxury vacations in 2017. We know that WE has used these trips in the past to gain supporters and influence. We know that WE has acquired more than $40 million in prime Toronto real estate. Nous savons que
we know that we had financial difficulties and that the organization made 2 proposals to the Trudeau government for financial aid. We know that many ministers spoke with the Kielburgers before the contract was handed out.
Qu'aucune autre organisation n'a été sérieusement envisagée pour administrer la bourse canadienne pour le bénévolat étudiant. We know that despite all of the obvious conflicts of interest, Justin Trudeau and Bill Morneau failed to recuse themselves from the cabinet decision to hand their friends almost $1 billion of taxpayers' money. We know that the contract was given to a WE shell company for the organization's real estate holdings so that we could avoid any legal liability. And we know that Justin Trudeau has repeatedly tried to use the pandemic to amass power for himself to reward his friends. These facts alone are disturbing enough, but perhaps even more so is what we still don't know. Est-ce que des ministres connaissaient
Did some ministers know about the financial links between the Trudeau family, the Morneau family, and WE when a contract worth nearly $1 billion was given to the organization? Did other ministers or members of the family have financial relationships with this organization?
What contact did the Prime Minister or his office have with WE before awarding the contract? There are also questions about how the personal data collected by WE is handled and who has had access to it in the past. Who told WE about the announcement and what they would have to do to make their proposal fit the new parameters? Was anyone in the Prime Minister's office aware of WE's proposals or helping to advance them? Why was WE the only organization considered, especially when charity watchdogs have signaled they have had no experience delivering a program like this before? Has the Prime Minister or members of his family ever accepted free WE trips? Does the Prime Minister have any last-minute confessions he feels he needs to make before testifying at the Finance Committee? These are all questions Conservatives will be asking Justin Trudeau when he does testify. And if Justin Trudeau can't say no, then we must conclude that the answer must be yes. So where does that leave us? Le Premier ministre est sous enquête. Le ministre des Finances
Minister is under investigation. The Finance Minister is under investigation. And the Conservatives wrote to the RCMP asking for a criminal investigation.
Now, Justin Trudeau and Bill Morneau would have us believe that a program designed to give $900 million to a liberal-friendly organization just spontaneously appeared out of thin air. No one spoke to anyone, no one saw any documents, but all of a sudden, a real estate shell company received a sole source contract and a boatload of cash. Or maybe we should say a villa load of cash. That's ridiculous, and no one believes them. Trudeau chose to give this contract, his political friends, $900 million worth of taxpayers' money during a global pandemic. Morneau chose to accept $41,000 worth of illegal travel expenses, just like he chose to only pay it back the day he was forced to testify. Now, normally, these would be fireable offenses. In the past, ministers have been forced to resign for much less. So why hasn't Bill Morneau been fired? And why haven't Liberal MPs demanded that Justin Trudeau step down as leader of the Liberal Party? This entire scandal reeks of corruption at the highest levels of government. Now, maybe Trudeau can't fire Morneau because he knows he's done much worse. But that doesn't mean that every single member of the Liberal caucus has to be painted with the same scandal-plagued brush. Les députés libéraux ont un choix à faire.
Liberal MPs have a choice to make. Are they ready to sacrifice their own integrity to protect management that's under investigation? Or will they take a position and demand that Trudeau leave? If the Liberals refuse to act, if they stay and don't do anything with this corrupt behavior, then they're all just as guilty as Justin Trudeau.
Are they prepared to sacrifice their personal integrity to protect their scandal-plagued leader and to cover up corruption? Or are they willing to take a stand and demand that Trudeau step aside?